Yeah, so anyways, I started a podcast recently. You want to be on it?
Yeah.
Well, good, because you're on it. Hi, welcome. This is Catchy Chatter.
Hell yeah. Are you like recording it already?
I figured why not?
Fuck yeah, it's candid. Well, I'm happy to be here.
Alright, well, welcome. Glad to have you here. Like, honestly, half this podcast is an excuse to talk to homies I don't usually have a chance to talk to because everyone's busy.
Yeah, I feel that. It's that's the life of being a creator, isn't it? It's like I need to
Yeah,
hang out with my friends. Let's turn it into content so that we can justify it.
yeah, and honestly, it works out. I was nervous last time I had Kuro on, and I hadn't done a podcast in a while, so like I was even at the start I was just like, what do I do? I had the ideas that I wanted to talk about. It was still like, I guess, struggling, but I managed. And now we're here. I feel a lot better.
You got that experience under your belt now.
Yeah. So, first off, I'd like to get out of the way introductions. Hello, everyone. This is Wülf Boi. Wülf Boi, tell us about yourself.
Ooh, the hardest question anybody can be asked. I am a nerdcore singer, rapper, engineer, producer, um, kind of jack of all trades. Um, so, I just like music and I like anime and video games, especially if they're Kingdom Hearts 2.
Ayo. I'm also a big Kingdom Hearts fan, actually. I played most
Hell
of the
yeah.
games.
Sorry, what was the last part? I think you got cut off.
Oh shit. I said I played most of the games. Here, let me check and make sure. Here, I'm just gonna cut off my noise gate. Because that was giving me issues before. If
Yeah, it could be the noise gate, or it could be like, I my like, you can hear a tiny little echo of me, like not. It's only intermittent. It's not in the way or anything, but it's just I think sometimes my echo might be like overpowering your voice a little bit. I don't know if it's that, but
That's weird. I've had weird instances in Discord where, like, audio and for the other person it's echoed. That's weird. But oh well. Should be
like
fine.
I said, it's very yeah, it's very intermittent, so it's not too bad. Well, hell yeah. No, which one's your favorite? Because like I said, mine is definitely two.
So I have to say Birth by Sleep is
Birth by
very
Sleep.
fun. You get to explore 3 different stories in one. Plus, I like I like the Mario Party-esque mini game in Birth by Sleep.
Yeah. I started Birth by Sleep kind of recently, and I was definitely enjoying it. It's got like one of the closest to like the responsiveness of like Kingdom Hearts 2. Like every game past Kingdom Hearts 2 has kind of been trying to do Kingdom Hearts 2, I feel like. And I think it's gotten the closest in terms of the gameplay, and then also it slaps on a Pokemon mechanic, and I fuck with that.
Wait. I'm trying to remember what fucking.
Or actually, wait, no. I'm thinking of the wrong one. Different Sleep, Dream Drop Distance.
Oh.
Birth by Sleep. That one is one I haven't played. I'm sorry, I'm getting them confused. I'm a fake fan.
Yeah, big fan.
I'm
Imagine not
exposing
knowing
myself.
your Kingdom Hearts games out of however the fuck many there are.
I can't believe I confused the sleep game with the dream game.
Oh my
Next thing
god.
you'll Next thing you'll tell me is that I'm confusing re-chain of memories with recoded and re something else. I don't know.
Oh my god, there is actually so many just free Kingdom Hearts series.
Right. Well, because they keep re-releasing the games.
Yeah, like so at first there was Kingdom Hearts, and then I think Kingdom Hearts remix or re Kingdom Hearts. There was a re of every one before 1.5 and 2.5, if I remember correctly, and then they just put those onto the
onto the 1.5. Yeah, because there was chain of memories between 1 and 2, and they then they made rechain of memories, and then they put rechain of memories on the 1.5.
Yeah. So anyways,
it's only gotten more confusing from there.
So anyways, this is the podcast. We talk about Kingdom Hearts. Anyways, so
I had to ask one question about it, and then lo and behold, that derailed the whole thing.
oh no, that's fine. Like honestly, half the point of this podcast is just chatting, like whatever comes out. So one thing I do want to get into is who is Wülf Boi? How did Wülf Boi start?
Oh, okay. Well, there's like a number of potential origin stories I think I could go with. I got the name from this hat that I bought at my city's like downtown outdoor mall. There were like, you know, stands where people are selling jewelry and stuff like that, and one person was selling these hats. Like I can probably find a picture of it, because it's like it's one of the first things that comes up when you just Google image wolf hat. Yeah, here it is.
Oh, link me. I want to see.
Here, this is an Amazon link, but it's the same thing. Let me send it to you. So this person is selling this hat. I buy it. Now at the time I'm like 15, so I've started like making music when I was like 13. So I had been making random pieces of music before now, but like that getting that hat inspired me to come up with a new moniker for myself. Really uncreative. It was just Wülf Boi, but I thought I'd get creative by spelling it wrong. And that, you know, that was my brand. It still is my brand. But at the time I was making EDM. I was making dubstep and drum and bass and stuff like that. And so it was like having the hat made a lot more sense as kind of like a mascot branding thing, like a lot of EDM people do. But then in 2015, maybe 2014, I got into the hip hop club of my high school and just basically just switched genres overnight.
Hey.
Yeah. And
No.
the rest is history. I just rapped, and I was always
now
even before.
Now you're sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna be silly, and I was gonna say now you're the greatest rapper in nerdcore, right?
Yes. As opposed to Geno 5, Frost, or Game Boy Jones. I think the only reason I felt comfortable making that joke is because I am not a better rapper than any of those three, especially not Geno 5. Like, holy shit, that dude is insane.
Oh yeah. I still need to check out that new Pokemon cipher. I was probably gonna do it after the interview.
With the Pokemon type cipher.
Yeah.
I actually am not even aware of who all is on that. Is Gino on that?
Shit, I can't remember. I know Frost's. I think Frost's on that.
I mean, there's so many Pokemon types that
Yeah,
there's a spot for everybody.
I would assume Frost would be Ice type, on like a Pokemon type cipher.
One would think maybe this is maybe Cam is gonna troll us and
So, hold on. I need to take a sip of water. 1 second.
understandable. I've been taking occasional sips as well.
So, let's back up a little bit to NPC and I guess just like performing in general, too, right? I've noticed you've been dipping your toes onto the stage.
Yeah, I mean, dipping toes is a apt way to put it, because this is only the okay, if you don't count like the open mics and stuff I've done like when I was really starting out, this is like the third performance I've ever done. Maybe fourth if I'm forgetting something, but I'm pretty sure it's just the third.
Yeah.
But I think that you can tell like a huge like there's a huge gap between my first and my third performance. Like my first and my second one, honestly. Oh no. Okay, no, I am forgetting one. There was a fourth one, because the first one was ECGX.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was the summer send off, and the third one was Magfest, and the fourth one was NPC.
All right.
And I think there's even a huge gap between my second and third, but especially my second and fourth, which is what I was thinking of originally. You could just see me on stage being like I had energy, but I was too nervous to really like put it anywhere, so I don't have good stage presence. Yeah, it just comes off being very like stiff. And then yeah, I did Magfest this year as well, although it was like January, so it was like 6 months before NPC.
Yeah, it was also like the start of the year.
Yeah, exactly, like barely into 2024. But just like the energy in 2024 for me has been very different. Just a lot more movement, a lot more confidence. And and actually, funny story about my NPC performance is I totally forgot a couple of my lines in my Faith verse, and I ended up like freestyling a line and then like half remembering the second line. But the fact that I was even able to like keep that energy up with by just saying stuff instead of just like what my old reaction would have just been like a complete shutdown, like, oh no, I fucked up, I'm gonna jump off stage now, I'm done. The fact that I even had the confidence to do that now is just a testament to like I think I've come a long way as a performer.
All right. Oh, so quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about pronouns. Your pronouns, not the song. I mean, we can talk about the song, but let's get that out of the way first.
My song from however many years ago, like pre-nerdcore. Oh man, I also have some stuff to talk about that. There's some stories there, but But before that, you wanted to know just about my pronouns.
Yeah.
I primarily use they them. I put just they them in my bio, but it's a known fact. If you know me, if you are like someone who's actually in nerdcore and like has interacted with me, I'm very chill about my pronouns. If people call me he him, I'm not offended.
Yeah.
The reason I exclusively put they them, even though I'm very lax about it, is I just know from personal experience that if I don't tell people it's they them, it's gonna be all he him, and like I'm okay with he him, but I'd like a little bit of
Yeah.
acknowledgement of my non-binariness from time to time.
Yeah. I'm also non-binary. I started, instead of they them, just started leaning into it and its, because would rather just be referred to as it than he, you know? That and like other reasons, but I won't get into that.
Yeah, well, I imagine there's also the like. I mean, we don't have to talk about this because this is pronoun stuff can get very personal. But
Yeah.
I know that you are a cat person, and
Yeah.
there's like a lot of like validation for the animal side also with it.
Yeah, just a silly little cat.
Exactly. Yeah. Um, I personally don't think I would ever be cool with it's, but like I found the idea of it really interesting. Like I would almost be all right with it.
Yeah, so sorry, brain fart for a second.
You're good. You're good.
So you mentioned anime, right? You like anime. You have songs about anime, right? What kind of anime have you been watching recently?
Recently, actually, I guess for like the past couple of weeks, I haven't really been watching any anime. But last season was stacked. Kaiju number 8, Dungeon Meshi. What else was on that season? I think that was no, that might have been the season before, but like the new Konosuba. I've been really into Konosuba recently. But like I Dungeon Meshi was like my obsession. I really can't stress enough that like really quickly
Yeah.
became like probably one of my favorite anime. Period.
Oh no,
Uh,
Dungeon Meshi's so good. I still need to watch more of it. I'm very behind. I started it watching it with two of my partners, and
Hell yeah.
I'm only a few episodes in, but it is so
What's
good.
Yeah. What's great about it is how great it is to watch with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very easy to recommend. I sometimes have a harder time recommending other shows that I'm into.
Oh no, you're fine. Like hell, there's some shows that I will preach, but it's kind of hard to talk about, especially since one of them has a very long name.
Oh, what's that one?
Oh, the magical revolution of the reincarnated princess and the genius young lady.
I like that. Hell yeah. I love an anime with a long title. I mean, Konosuba is technically an anime with a long title too. It's like God's blessing on this wonderful world or something, but just became uh this wonderful basically, and that's what the abbreviation kind of comes out to.
Yeah. Hell, Hell, there's a show called Watamode, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. What is that even? What's the
So,
full title of that?
the full title of Watamode is, no matter how I look at it, it's your guys' fault I'm not popular.
Right, right. I forgot that. I just referred to it as Watamode for so long. That is a classic anime. Like that is one of the defining anime of my like. I want to say like maybe I was in high school by that time that I watched it, but like still of my childhood.
Yeah, so that's one of the shows where I was for the longest. I was like, I could easily cosplay this character because, like, I mean, I already kind of had the hair going, minus it being dirty, but like, I don't know. There was a period of kinship with characters like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, same. I think at some point everybody, especially people in nerdcore, can relate to feeling like a little gremlin, a little horny gremlin. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'll be taking another sip of water. I've been trying to remember to stay more hydrated lately. I haven't been drinking enough.
It's also important for if you're doing a podcast, you gotta like
Yeah.
Because you'll dry your throat out really quickly, you know. Every time I go to an event like NPC or whatever, you think, oh, you're gonna blow your voice out from like screaming on stage and stuff, right? No, what fucks up your voice is talking to people for 16 consecutive hours.
Yeah. So, speaking of NPC, how was like the whole experience for NPC for you? What was that like this year? I couldn't make it.
Yeah. Well, were you a victim of what was that called? CrowdStrike?
I don't know. I was just, so stuff happens earlier in the year. I was actually gonna go. They were just gonna give me a badge to attend, and then the venue said no, and so I said, you know what, fuck it. I'll save the money on a badge and move to Illinois.
That's a good way to spend your money for sure. Yeah, no, I hear that the venue in a lot of ways is very unaccommodating to basically anybody who's not like directly involved in the show.
Yeah.
I thankfully didn't really experience that, although last year, because it was the same venue, I did I secondhand experienced that because I was helping somebody like somebody had to like leave the venue because they wouldn't let them bring their camera in, and I had to bring that person like to my car because they didn't bring a car, and like let them store their stuff in my car, and that sucked. And yeah, I hear that it was the same this year, if not worse. Like people trying to bring like normal stuff in, like cameras or stuff to give out at the meet and greet, and they wouldn't let them if you weren't like I was not a build artist, so I had to be put on the guest list. And again, I got in all right, but other people on the guest list, even if they did perform, um, they were just not letting them come in unless there was like explicit permission from like one or two people. And yeah, I'm glad that we're moving venues.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, hell, last year I was a bit frustrated with the venue for similar reasons. I couldn't even bring in my gimbal for my phone.
Oh yeah, I think you told me about that. Yeah, it's like, if you're not going to let people bring in cameras, at least let people bring in stuff to make it easier to film with their phones.
Yeah, like everyone's gonna be filming with their phone. At least let them bring something to hold it steady.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah, so it sounds like a lot of people had you know, not perfect experiences because of stuff like that, but like I said, I I
Yeah,
managed to avoid all of that, and you know, it was just a really great experience from front to back. There was you know, like the concert itself obviously was fucking dope.
yeah.
Oh, and I got to very briefly make an appearance on stage as part of DPS's stage rush.
Yo, imagine you
Yeah,
being on
no.
stage with DPS.
I can say that I have been on stage in front of, how many people was it? Like 1,400 people or something.
Yeah.
So that's something to put on my resume.
Can you believe last year was his first time performing on stage?
DPS's
Yeah, last NPC was his first time on stage.
dog. I hate these motherfuckers because like that was his first performance, and Dizzy 8's first performance was this year at
At
MomoCon.
MomoCon.
And they're both such good performers, and it's like, how? I'm mad. Like,
Yeah, they did so fucking well though. Like props to
yeah,
them. Like
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They're so good at it, despite having so little experience and stuff like that. I mean, obviously they have a lot of experience rapping. They are both like extremely talented performers in a booth, but like the fact that they're able to translate that to the stage so well is just so amazing.
honestly, part of it seems like they put in a good bit of practice beforehand.
Mm,
Like DPS is definitely the grind all the time type. It seems. If he's not making
mm.
something, he's probably practicing it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I believe that. Like, I mean, so every now and then, McGuire, or somebody else that I know, like Johnald, will like be in a FaceTime conversation with him or something. And yeah, if he's not with his family, he's just always working.
Yeah.
It's I can never have that work ethic. I've just come to terms with that.
Yeah, imagine any sort of like stable work ethic in this economy.
Yeah, no. I have to. First of all, I already have to have a day job, and second of all, when I'm not doing my day job and I've used up my music energy, I'm just gonna be at home. I'm not doing shit.
Yeah, I am honestly just starting to get back into my bit of grinds. It was a struggle for a while. Like, uh, I was living in Georgia for a little bit. I talk about this sometimes. I was not living in the best situation to do content, especially with just where my house was, the roommates that I had. I didn't want to disturb.
I relate to that. I live in an apartment complex. I'm very lucky to have the studio, or as anybody who knows who actually knows it will tell you, the shed. Because it's a really great space for recording. It's totally away from people, and but if I had to do all of this stuff from my apartment, Even if I had the spare room still, it's not ideal. Uh, there's neighbors you got to worry about, like I can't scream or like rap at full volume knowing I got like a family above me.
Yeah, like I still need to get around to recording some stuff here. I'll probably do that later this week.
Mm.
If that, continue.
Well, I was just gonna say that reminds me, you are working on something
Yeah,
that I'm involved in. I cough cough.
yeah. I need to record that. I need to
Yeah.
practice it more before I record it, just to sort of get a better vibe.
Mm.
It's written better, and
Yeah. No, I saw what you wrote. I really like it. I won't go into any details to not spoil what it is, but I'm excited for it. Let me know if you need like the engineer experience, which would be basically I will sit in a call while you record it and critique you.
I, alright, I'll let you know. Hell, I
Yeah.
actually might need that. I struggle so much with recording. I talked about that a bit last time with Crow. Is just one thing I struggle with more is just recording my voice. But I've, at the very least, in the process of constantly practicing, I've gotten more comfortable with my voice.
Yeah, I mean, like the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. But it can be like a long learning curve to sort of like, first it's getting comfortable with your voice, and then it's learning how to actually like, you know, change your voice, like, things like projection and like what registers you're delivering in, and you know, tone and stuff like that. It takes years and years to learn all that stuff. So, just like if you're making even a small amount of progress, that's huge, because that can take, even a small amount of progress can take other people a long
Yeah,
time.
like hell, some folks don't even get comfortable with their own voice, recording it for years, and
That's absolutely true. Some people never get comfortable with their own voice and they just record anyway. Like,
yeah,
you know. So if you're starting to get the hang of that, that's a huge thing. Uh I if you had something else to say, I'll let you say it, but I just want to say we were talking about that my song Pronouns, and
yeah.
that this reminds me of talking about my older stuff, because whew, I I was not good at recording. Like up until like I want to say 2 years ago, I was not good.
I mean, you know what? That's fair. Honestly, even still now, I listen to pronouns on occasion just because you know what? It might not be your best song, but it is still catchy.
Even though I don't think I recorded it well, I do love the concept. Just like um, you know, the like writing that I had on it, and the fact that it was like one of my earlier like attempts at being kind of like poppy and catchy. Uh, I I also occasionally, maybe not listen to it, but just like think about that song.
Yeah. What if you made like a similar song, but today with your current level of experience? I think that'd be
Um,
pretty baller.
yeah, no, I would love to do that. In fact, hell, maybe I could even sort of make it like a revamped version of that song, because I actually one of the features on that song uh requested that it get taken down from Spotify. It's still up on YouTube, because at least on YouTube I can like change the credits and stuff like that. But uh since it's sort of in a position of like, one of the artists doesn't really like it anymore, it would be interesting to redo it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, sorry. Now
What
I
was
now I
that?
have the chorus stuck in my head.
Yeah. Uh, Come on, flow now. No, no, so, link in my bio,
Oh,
just like my
just
pronoun. Like
pronouns.
I was, you can tell that I was listening to a lot of Lil Uzi. Um, just very like sweet SoundCloud era. Like I and I'm still super influenced by Lil Uzi to this day, because I just love doing like kind of like cutesy trap, I guess I would describe it.
Yeah.
Just like that's why I got so into like glitchcore and hyperpop, because there's so many artists who are doing similar stuff to that. Uh,
Yeah. I low key want to try and get more into like hyperpop stuff. See, I can I can write and all, but I don't think I will actually be any sort of rapper. But I do want to sing, and I do want to like do like fun little vocal stuff here and there.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, and also like glitchcore specifically, like that kind of I want to say like Osquin, early Eric DOA, uh, Sebi, stuff like that. That's a great way to like, if you're not super comfortable recording, and you like rap but you don't necessarily want to rap, the doing that style would work really well, because like, first of all, their vocals are like super fucking compressed and distorted and auto-tuned, so like, that aesthetic lends itself really well to like, maybe you're not fully comfortable with how your voice sounds, just like crush the shit out of it, a fucking
Yeah,
form it, shift it up like a whole bunch. um it's you know it's because that's why a lot of artists started doing that, because they were like, hey, I'm recording on a bad microphone, and a lot of them are trans, so it's like, hey, I'm not comfortable with like the quality of my voice
cough,
in that
cough.
sense. You're right. So they started doing that aesthetic, that really blown out hyper aesthetic. So yeah, basically what I'm saying is like, definitely give that a try. I think it could work out really well. And yeah, uh, also just it has like the synthetic trap beats, so it still feels a little bit like, SoundCloud rap a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mouth is like hella dry.
That's what I'm saying. You just start talking on a podcast, and in the course of about 45 minutes, just get dry as hell.
Oh, I accidentally bumped my mic. Anyways, there was something.
Oh, sorry if I'm cutting you off. There's the delay. I keep forgetting, but it is 4:45. I think in like 5 minutes. If we can
Oh
sort of
yeah.
wrap this up, that would be ideal. I gotta go pick up a friend.
Oh yeah. So let's go ahead and wrap things up. You got anything going on in the works that you're probably excited about? Maybe not this weekend, but like plans for the future.
Well, You probably didn't see because I just posted it to Twitter before hopping on this call, but I'm working on one song that I'm very excited about. Um, it's a Five Nights at Freddy's song because the anniversary just happened, but it's a very like cool rock song. I'm I'm finally getting happy with the way that I like mix and master like rock stuff, so I'm very happy about that, and I think the
Yeah.
song's really cool. So look out for that soon. I don't know when you're planning on posting this. Like how
Probably
soon after
Sunday.
recording do you put this up?
Probably on Sunday.
Okay, well, with any luck, it'll be out by then. So
Yeah.
go listen to my Five Nights at Freddy's song, viewer. Uh,
Yeah. Viewer, listener, if you are listening, where can we find you, Wülf Boi?
I am on YouTube, Spotify, all major streaming services, Twitter, Instagram, um, technically Facebook, but not really anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly, YouTube, your preferred streaming service, Twitter.
Yeah, and everything's Wülf Boi or anything different anywhere.
TikTok is real Wolf Boy, but I don't really use that much either. Although I really should. um,
Oh yeah.
uh, yeah, and yeah, I'm good. I've got a lot of stuff in the works, so make sure you subscribe and follow and all that
Yeah.
to see when that all comes out.
And
And of course, subscribe to Zaina.
what? Who's that?
Or do you actually like is your channel like a different name now
Oh
or
no, it's still for now. It's still Zaina Kitty.
all right, well subscribe to Zaina Kitty.
Yeah. Any last words before you say bye?
Um what the Free Palestine and I don't know.
Alright. Well, thanks again for coming on by. It's been nice chatting with you. And yeah, I will definitely see you around later. Of course, of course. This has been a catchy chatter. I actually didn't have a name for this episode, so if you have any idea, shoot it to me. But my first thought was, what's a Wülf Boi? In fact, if you make it this far on in the YouTube comments, just type "What's a Wülf Boi?" Oh yeah, that guy's practically got Wülf Boi tattooed on his forehead. Alright, well,